Kiwi JJ555642, probably not their real name, says, Father, are you experiencing the same trans craziness in Australia? And do you have any thoughts or suggestions on how we can respond?
Transgenderism. Yes, we are
You're probably
experiencing that. Yeah.
throwing up rainbows at this point. It's getting stuffed into you from every angle, isn't it? In Australia during this month, I remember.
Coming at us, yeah, that's true. It's a hard one, I think, because on the one hand, we have to sort of meet things compassionately. There's a lot of very confused people, but we have to speak the truth. And I think, so I haven't, to tell you the truth, I haven't come up against it personally in my own ministry at this point in time. But I'm reading a lot about it and hearing people talk about it and that sort of stuff. But I haven't actually had to sort of like sit down with someone and work things through. So I haven't had that first-hand experience. I think that, but I would hope that when that moment comes, I will be able to sort of meet it with compassion. I think compassion is really important because I think there's a lot of confused people, hugely confused, you know. And it's a cultural confusion, really. That's the problem, isn't it? It's not as if it's, and so all sorts of crazy expectations have come up around this whole issue of gender, and so I think there's possibly with young people there's like they're taking it from one another, you know. And it's a huge amount.
Social contagion element. Yeah.
You got it. Social contagion. That's what I was looking for the word. Thank you. Yeah. That's a big issue, you know. And
it's tough because you've got those who are confused, and then you've got evil corporations that are trying to brainwash people. And it's sort of like pornography. If I sat across from a man who tells me he looks at pornography, of course, you want to share. I know the fight. I know it's tough. Compassion, but then if I've got people pumping it into my living rooms on purpose, then, well, the judgment of God is a real thing and hell is eternal.
True. Yeah, it's really tragic for the society, and the level of confusion is so deep that I'm not sure how to meet it. Yeah, quite frankly.
Well, I pray that priests and bishops in Australia will speak manfully against it with compassion.
Yeah.
This truthfulness. We so need the church to help lead the way here.
Yeah.
Because we have the true anthropology.
Yeah.
I think it's the Second Vatican Council, when God is forgotten, the creature becomes unintelligible.
The bishops of Australia have put something out for education institutions. It's for schools, you know, how to meet it in the schools.
Is it good?
It's okay. It's okay, but it's hard. I think they're trying to sort of like accommodate in some way, and
that won't work.
And it's hard to know how it should respond.
These people, and by people I mean those pushing this ideology, are unfriendable. They're not interested. It's a zero-sum game. We have to be bloody manly, I think, in our refutation of this.
I'm worried though for the young people who are caught up in this. That they're the ones I feel for, because and their parents are terribly confused, etc. And there's a beautiful story recently that I read of a parent who had worked with her teenage daughter, and the daughter wanted to change and all that sort of stuff, and she really kept working with her, and finally, she's come through it, you know. But so often that people just give in,
right? And
to the lie.
That's the problem. That's where we don't want church leaders and priests and bishops sacrificing truth on the altar of niceness, where parents need to be told. No, you're supposed to love your child. Yeah. Not allow someone to butcher them.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's important, and but then when you're in the middle of the issue, I haven't actually had to confront it face to face yet, but when you're in the middle of someone's struggle, trying to walk with them through that, it's I don't know how we're going to do it, really, because you can't just sort of beat people over the head and say this is all wrong, but we have to meet them. But then try and help people to be, led out of that over time.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. Before you go, do us a favor, leave a comment, let us know what you thought of the video, like and subscribe.